All right, good evening, America. This is Paul Foster, aka Grill Master 983. Grill Master 983. What we're doing today? We're doing sauteed mushrooms. Awesome thing. Thing that I just picked up and doing. A lot of times people will say this, and I've noticed. I don't know where that stems from. Everybody have their own way of doing things. A lot of people that does mushrooms says that don't wash the mushrooms. Whatever reason it is. Say don't wash the mushrooms. Just take a little brush, swing. I don't know about you, but even in greens, when I have the greens that's in the bag, it's supposed to be already pre washed. I wash my greens because you're still gonna have a degree of dirt or grit. I don't want my food tasting like dirt. So, um, and the reason why they say that is because the mushroom has its own degree of water, sort of like cabbage. Cabbage has its own water already in it, and so they said, why make matters worse? Don't wet it, and don't wet it, please, because you're gonna go through this cooking the water out of your mushrooms anyway. So since you're gonna go through that process anyway, you may as well rinse your stuff out. You don't have to wash it with soap, soap and water like some people do greens. You don't have to do the soap and water, but it's best to rinse it out, go ahead and rinse the stuff out before you get started. Then throw your stuff in the pan, rinse it out a couple of times because you're still going to have to cook this down. You're still going to have to cook the water that's in it. You have to cook that out. So you may as well have clean mushrooms. Anyway, that's what 983 say. That's what the grill master say. You go ahead and rinse it out. You rinse it, you drain it, you transfer it. I already got my skillet on. I got my skillet on, my large size skillet. Okay, I'm going to take this over here. Transfer this over here. It's not really that hot yet, but that's okay. It's going to get that way. We're going to start that browning process. Here we're going to do this. First, before we do anything else, we're going to drain all the. We're going to cook. The consistencies of this is like a little beige looking, but when it's all done, it's going to be kind of brown. So while this is all whipping up, this is when you, in most cooks, most of the time, what takes most of the time is prepping. Prepping the herbs, vegetables, whatever you're cutting up, that takes longer than anything else, in my experience in dealing in cooking. The actual cook itself is not so bad unless it's a cook that you know that's going to be 4 or 5 hours. But most of the time, it's the preparation. The same thing about dirty rice. The dirty rice itself is not such a long process. It's the prepping that takes so much longer to do. So while that's browning, let me get all this stuff together. I've already done we got some parsley over here. Got a few bulbs of garlic that I've already pre-cut. I have some onions. I'm gonna cut some. I'm gonna cut some more onions right here. Do my thing. I just want a few more. I did some other cooks that I used a lot of my onions. I love onions. You may have your thing. You may love garlic. Well, feel free to do whatever rocks your boat. Do that, because whatever you're doing, you want it to suit your style of cooking, your style of food, so you can put your stamp, your signature, your trademark on it. Okay. Going over here, we're gonna let it do its thing. But these are really awesome. It's gonna cook down. It's not gonna be that much. It'll be a decent amount. I can't say you're gonna get 4 or 5 servings out of it, but the only way to do that is to cook more mushrooms. I think in my experience, the best place to get your mushrooms they're already pre-sliced. It's already pre-cut in slices like this is Fiesta. Costs about $2.99. Sometimes it's on sale for $1.99 for a pound. But that's a good price to me. Maybe for somebody else, they might can see it 59 cents. I haven't seen it. It's 59 cents a pound. I don't know. So constantly Constantly stirring this up, letting it brown. It's doing its thing. And got a little twist at the end that's really, really cool. It's really bringing and accents everything out on there. I'll get to that point when I show it to you. Meanwhile, we're just going to continue to brown this product. Garlic is over here. Got the parsley over here. After we get it totally brown, I'm going to put a scoop. A lot of times I don't do measurements, so I can't tell you 2 teaspoons, half a teaspoon heapings. I can't tell you all that. So cooking a lot of time for me is a feeling. So according to how I feel. Boom, a dash of that. Boom, a scoop of that. That's just the way I operate. Normally comes out superbly pretty much every time. But you have to feel. Cooking is an art as well. And you say if cooking comes to a point where it's a chore, a lot of times your food might not come out right because it's already telling your mind, I don't want to do it. I have to do it, but I don't want to do it. So in this way, I enjoy doing what I do. So in the eyes of Grill Master 983, relax, and have some fun. So anyway, this is cooking down the water, cooking down, and as I was saying, mushrooms themselves already have a certain degree of water in it. So you may as well rinse it and have it clean. Take care of that situation. Yeah, take care of that. I'm going to cut this up a little bit more finer. Once it completely browns, I'm gonna put like a top full of oil, a tablespoonful of butter, and I'm gonna toss that around a little bit. I'm gonna throw in the onions. Let that start turn translucent a little bit. Then I'm also gonna throw in those bulbs of garlic. It's gonna give a nice accent. The reason why I leave the garlic kind of in large pieces because you don't have to worry about when you do a lot of little bitty small slices. You got to keep stirring. You have to keep stirring, or you're gonna burn the little bitty pieces. So it's a little bit harder. It's a little bit harder to burn the bulbs. I'm gonna get a little salt. Take a little salt content. About that. That's it. Get salt right there. Get a little pepper. That's it. Just a little bit of salt. It's cooking down. It's gonna cook its way through. After all this dries out, now I can start the saute process. All this is right now is sort of browning and drying out all the water content. Now this water content that you see is not because I washed it. If you was not to put an ounce of water from the hydrant, you're still going to get a water content that's going to come out of mushrooms because mushroom has water built in itself. So you got to put that down, put that out. And fire up a little bit more, kind of speed up the process a little bit. Also in this cook, I don't know. I did another video. I really don't know what happened to it. You know, I'm really new to YouTube, so y'all sort of bear with me out here in YouTube land.